Hey foodies, welcome to Food It Forward. Hope you guys are ready. Today we are doing a 2-for-1 meal here because these recipes that I'm about to show you are so easy. You can easily make them together and they have a lot of the same basic components. So what we're going to do first, we're going to do an Asian style roasted chicken. Again, all this is just kind of mix it all together and throw it in the oven. So simple, and you're using a lot of the basic Asian ingredients. So if you like Asian food, a lot of these you can stock up on and make a lot of different dishes with in the future. So let's kind of go over our ingredients. What I have here first, I have 4 chicken thighs with the bone in and the skin on. Now, the recipe that I'm going to make in front of you guys is for 2. But the recipe that I'm going to post on the site should be good for about 4 people. Okay, so just double what I used today, or just read the recipe on the site. So what do we have here? I have our chicken already skin side down. If you don't like eating skin, I still recommend that you cook it with the skin on just for the flavor. Then afterwards, before you're ready to plate, go ahead and remove the skin. I added a little bit of salt and pepper, not too much, because the main ingredient for this dish is going to be soy sauce, which, as you know, has already a pretty high level of salt in it. So we're just going to mix our ingredients together. What I have here is about 1/4 cup of soy sauce. Going to pour that right over. All right, and then we also have about 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to pour and spread all over this thing here. We have here, this is a key ingredient, sesame oil. This is about a tablespoon of sesame oil. Sesame oil, one thing, this is what it looks like when you buy it at the store. Sesame oil has a very strong taste to it, so you don't want to go crazy with sesame oil, or that's the only thing you're going to end up tasting in your dish. So drizzle that right over the chicken. What I have here is ginger. Now, you can use fresh ginger if you like. I'm using ground ginger for this recipe. You want to do about 1/4 or so of a teaspoon. Again, ginger, like sesame oil, has a very strong taste, so you want to really be careful with the ginger. Otherwise, that's all you're going to taste on there. So, again, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I'm just eyeballing it there. You can feel free to measure that out. And then what I have here is honey. This is going to be the sweetness of the dish. So again, you have the saltiness from the soy sauce. You have the honey right here for sugar, and then we're going to add some spice to it. So you're going to see how that all goes together. With the honey, if you don't have honey, you could use brown sugar. You want to do about 3 to 4 tablespoons brown sugar, or regular white sugar if you don't have that. Again, I'm just going to eyeball this. For these 2 servings, I'm just going to do about 1.5 tablespoons or so of honey. All right, and again, that's not as traditional for Asian. Most Asian dishes call for dark brown sugar, but changing it up a little bit. I also have here some green onions. If you see closely, when I chop up my green onions, I like the flavor of onion, so I like to chop up the whites with it. If you're not that big into onion, the onion flavor itself, leave the whites out and then just use the greens, and you'll still get the flavor. So I'm going to pour that, toss that in there. Now for some heat, I have some crushed red pepper. This is about 1 tablespoon or so of crushed red pepper. If you don't like spicy food, go ahead and omit this step. But I would still, even if you don't like spicy food, then just put like a pinch in. It's really going to bring out all the flavors in your palate there. So go ahead and top that in here. I'm going to give this just a quick, I'm going to toss the chicken in it real quick. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put this in the oven, again, skin side down, for about 45 minutes on 375. Then, right after 45 minutes, what you want to do is you want to put this under a broiler, excuse me. Put it under your oven, under broiler, for about 5 minutes or so until the skin crisps up. Again, if you don't like the skin, you can skip that last step and just remove the skin as you go. So again, skin side down, 375, 45 minutes, and then as this is cooking, we'll come back and I'll show you how to make a bean sprout salad with a lot of the same flavors here, and it's going to be pretty good stuff. Alright foodies, so we're back. We have our chicken roasting in the oven, and I wanted to show you guys this easy bean sprout salad. If you guys never had bean sprouts, this is one version. You can also buy another version where you actually see, I guess you would call it the pod, is a little bit larger and yellow. But these you can find pretty much anywhere. The other ones you'll probably have to look at an Asian store for. So we're just going to use this for now. Our ingredients, this is really easy. We're going to blanch our bean sprouts for about 2 minutes in boiling water. I have boiling water going on right here. You can see that. I did not salt the water here because, again, we're using soy sauce, so that's going to give it plenty of salt. And then I also have over here an ice bath ready. An ice bath is simple, ice water. That's all it really is, and that's going to cut the cooking process down so the bean sprouts still keep their crunch. Okay. We also have here brown sugar, about a teaspoon of brown sugar. We have a tablespoon of sesame oil. We have about 2 tablespoons or 1 stalk of green onion chopped up, and we have a tablespoon of soy sauce, and then 1 small garlic clove finely chopped. Okay, so I'm going to blanch this, and then over here I have sesame seeds. Let me take this off the heat for you. These are sesame seeds that I've roasted under a low fire. You want to put that in your little pan. No oil, just straight put the seeds in there. Put it on medium-low heat, and then just until you can smell the sesame seeds, then they're done. Go ahead, turn the heat off, and then you're ready to go. So let me go ahead and toss this in here. Again, 2 minutes. That's all this takes here. We don't want to cook these until they're soggy, because that won't give us the consistency that we want. So 2 to 3 minutes. I'll throw this in the ice bath, drain it, and then I'll show you how we mix everything together. Alright, we're back. So we have blanched our bean sprouts, shocked them in the ice bath, and now I have them draining in the colander here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix our ingredients for the bean sprout salad. I'm going to first take, it's kind of humid, our sugar. I'm going to put that in first, so as we put the liquids in there, it'll help dissolve the sugar a little bit faster. Go ahead and take our soy sauce, our sesame oil, and then let's go ahead and grab our garlic here. Oops. Grab all of it. Now this might not seem like a lot, but the reason why I'm putting in a Ziploc, it's going to cover all the bean sprouts evenly without overdressing it. Don't forget our sesame seeds that we toasted. This is kind of cooled down, so I can just drop that on in here. Okay. So we got all that. Now go ahead and grab this. This should be drained and good to go. Here's our bean sprouts. We'll add this in here, and this is a dish that's best served. Best served cold. So I'm gonna let this, as our chicken is cooking up, I'm gonna let this go ahead and chill in the refrigerator. So that way, by the time our chicken is done, everything will be good to go and ready to eat. Okay. So I'll show you what everything looks like after I plate it. You can serve this with jasmine rice if you want to do a low carb option. Just eat the chicken and the salad. That'll be plenty together. Again, this will serve 2. Another thing with the bean sprouts, bean sprouts don't last very long. They don't keep very well like in the refrigerator. So if you're planning on making this, I definitely recommend that you buy the bean sprouts that day, make them that day, and you're just going to really get the most flavor and and the best quality when you do it that way. So, oops, let me seal this up here. And we're just going to give it a good mix. So let those flavors infuse. Then, again, all I'm going to do is I'm going to toss this in the refrigerator and let this chill down. Let the marinade kind of work. Let the flavors infuse, and then we'll serve it all together. I'll show you what that looks like when we get back. All right, foodies. So here we are, the finished product. You see our chicken here. Again, remember the last 5 minutes or so, you want to throw that under the broiler. That's where you're going to get that great dark color here. Here is our bean sprout salad, nice and chilled. A lot of Asian cooking, they do a lot of contrast, so hot and cold, you know, sweet and sour, things like that. So that's why it's such a good mix, even though you're using a lot of the same flavors. So here it is. I'm serving this with some jasmine rice. Feel free to, again, if you want to cut the carbs out, take out the jasmine rice. That's fine. This will be plenty good for you. So with this chicken here, very simple recipe. Again, it's an easy dish to make. You know, if you like this, try this out. Food it forward, as always. And until next time, foodies, Food it forward, signing out.